Phil, these are the list of authorities that we've got, and inside those are extracts from various cases. There's a great one like that one. That's called the case about the model litigant. So that's Basten, his judgment about the model litigant.
I had to get a submission in today, so.
Okay, all good.
Well, Phil, that's it, mate. We've filed the last submissions. How do you reckon it's gone?
I think we've done well, and I don't think it's going to end here, actually. I think it could be extended again if they've got to redo those searches. The interesting thing with all these GIPA applications is that each government department with their GIPA officer, if that GIPA officer provides too much information, they're not going to keep their jobs, are they?
Probably not. Probably not.
So that's the major problem with this GIPA Act.
But if we win on the waiver issue, they still get a chance to join the Premier, in a sense, and come back and argue what should then happen. So from that point of view, even if we win the waiver argument, it's still not over. But we'd be about 75% there on that issue, and on the searches, there's a pretty good chance I think we're going to get up on the searches.
I think it's very good.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
No, thanks to you.
Your efforts have been amazing, and I really appreciate it.
No, it's a joint effort, and everybody is involved in it, has concentrated on the public interest, and that's the major thing.
I think the tribunal will be much appreciative of your efforts.
I don't know. Could criticise me, mate, but they didn't cross-examine me, did they? They didn't. They did not want to cross-examine me, and that means that everything I put in that affidavit, and there's some pretty savage things about the government in that affidavit, have all been accepted as fact. Now that's something for the Crown really to think about.
I think NCAT's actually appreciating getting at a case like this. It gives them something to get their teeth into and perhaps redefine how GIPAs work.
Well, I think it's important from Pittwater's point of view. I mean, you're a long-time resident of Pittwater, and what happened to Pittwater was a bloody disgrace. In the basically the Liberal endorsed candidates on the council, or supporting a Liberal Party, in not taking legal action then, and then losing your council. It was just a nightmare, and I think that what hopefully will be revealed from this case is that you were done away with, Pittwater, on a lie. On a lie. And I would actually like to see come out of this, and out of the documents you've got, all the KPMG documents you've now got for Pittwater. To me, I think that proves, and will be in the future, will prove that they have done things that entitle you now to get back your council. Because if we can prove, you know, without going into too much, but fraud and the like, then the courts have got to be saying the whole thing has to be undone.
In paragraph 20 of his fourth submission, dated the 17th of April 2018, Philip Charles Walker referred to the judgment of Basten J.A. in Mahenthirarasa versus State Rail Authority of New South Wales, number 2, 2008, with the two other judges agreeing with him. At pages 7 and 8 of the judgment, Justice Basten deals with the obligation of the government or executive to act as a model litigant. The principles applying to a model litigant include, quote, to act and to be seen to act as a model litigant, to have the highest standards in dealing with citizens, to be in full accord with the principles of equity and good conscience, to ascertain the law and obey it, and, where a matter is before the court, to assist the court to arrive at a proper and just result, unquote. The government's actions in hiding the KPMG source documents and refusing to reveal them has exhibited the lowest standards imaginable for a government. Its conduct is clearly unconscionable. It has treated citizens with total disrespect, and it has done everything it can before the courts to deny a proper and just result. The Department of Premier and Cabinet, and indeed the government itself, have proved conclusively that they are no model litigant. The model litigant in this case is without doubt Philip Walker, a citizen motivated solely by the public interest, seeking to obtain the release of documents that should never have been hidden from the public. For the Minister, the Premier and the government to have all acted as they have was without reason, thought and logic, behaviour perhaps best described as incoherent. Where's the steward? Barroom steward, berth? Oh, any berth will do. I've left a £3 billet just to come along with you. Brighter grows the star of rovers on a world that's growing wide, but I think I'd give a kingdom for a glimpse of Sydney side. Run of rocky shores at sunrise with their base on ocean's bed, homes of Coogee, homes of Bondi, and the lighthouse on South Head. For in loneliness and hardship, and with just a touch of pride, has my heart been taught to whisper, you belong to Sydney side. Oh, there never dawned a morning in the long and lonely days, but I thought I saw the ferries streaming out across the bays, and as fresh and fair in fancy did the picture rise again, as the sunrise flushed the city from Wallara to Balmain, with the sunny waters frothing round the liners black and red, and the coastal schooners working by the loom of Bradley's Head, with the whistles and the sirens that re-echo far and wide, all the life and light and beauty that belonged to Sydney side. And the dreary cloud line never veiled the end of one day more, but the city set in jewels rose before me from the shore. Around the seaworld shine the beacons of 1,000 ports of call, but the harbour lights of Sydney are the grandest of them all.